A common complaint about Christmas these days is that it's become too commercialised, too materialistic, a festival of extravagant consumption. Well, let me, with my very long memory, tell you it always has been. We didn't spend so much money in the old days, but that's because we didn't have so much. We still spent as much as we could afford, and often more. Christmas was still a matter, as far back as I can remember, of battling your way through crowded shops, thinking of what presents to get for people, decorating the house and the Christmas tree, buying presents, eating and drinking far more than was good for us. It always was. It hasn't changed that much. Another complaint that people are always making is we've forgotten the Christ in Christmas. I question this too. There are a few trendy secularists who like to say happy holidays or talk about the winter festival, but for most ordinary people it's still Christmas. The story of Mary and Joseph and the baby in the manger, the shepherds and the wise men, is still acted out in school nativity plays and sung about in carol services, and for many people midnight mass is their one and only annual visit to the church. In one way, the story has become more visible than ever. When I was a boy, the pictures on Christmas cards were almost invariably just of Christmas trees, holly and mistletoe, Santa Claus riding in his sleigh, or horse-drawn carriages standing outside old-fashioned coaching inns in the snow. Cards that actually showed something of the story of Christmas were quite a rarity. But I have the impression that today, more people than ever, whether they call themselves religious or not, send cards that show the nativity scene, or at least have a star, or an angel, or words like peace on earth. It's also interesting that a good proportion of the cards people buy today are charity cards, where the profit goes to a good cause. That too was unheard of in my young days. So in that respect, Christmas is less commercialised than it used to be. With or without the snow, the decorations, the lights and the turkey dinner, for many people, Christmas still revolves around the baby Jesus. We sing in the carol, "O come, let us adore him," and who doesn't adore a newborn baby? Preachers may complain that people don't understand the theological significance of the birth of Jesus or even believe it, but there's still a wonder and a joy as we celebrate it. A baby brings out love, and the celebration brings out generosity and neighbourliness and goodwill towards people around us. As Scrooge's nephew says in A Christmas Carol, that ever-popular Dickens novel, "I'm sure I have always thought of Christmas time as a good time, a kind, forgiving, charitable, pleasant time. The only time I know of in the long calendar of the year when men and women seem by one consent to open their shut-up hearts freely and to think of people below them as if they really were fellow passengers to the grave and not another race of creatures bound on other journeys." You may ask, is there anything specially religious about that? In one way, no. But Jesus didn't come into the world to make a religious community cut off from ordinary people and ordinary life. He preached the kingdom of heaven, the world becoming what God wants it to be. And surely Christmas gets us a bit nearer to that. So wherever you are, I hope you have a happy Christmas, maybe a merry one. Certainly I hope a comfortable and healthy one, and above all, a Christmas full of love.